The Green Bay Packers boast an illustrious history filled with legendary quarterbacks, a legacy that stretches back to the days of Vince Lombardi. It's a lineage that includes Hall of Famers like Bart Starr, Brett Favre, and a future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers. As we transition into a new era, fans are left wondering, who will emerge as the next great leader of the franchise? With trade rumors swirling and speculation about potential acquisitions, the tension is palpable. Where are you watching from? Leave your thoughts below, and let's dive into the storied past of the Packers' top quarterbacks by decade. Starting with the 1960s, it's impossible to overlook Bart Starr, who stands head and shoulders above the rest. Starr's impact on the franchise is monumental. He didn't just play quarterback, he defined the position for the Packers. With 4 Pro Bowl selections and a league MVP award in 1966, his leadership on the field helped guide the Packers to 5 world championships, including the first 2 Super Bowls. The 2000s belonged to Aaron Rodgers, who took over the reins from Favre in 2008. The transition was bittersweet, but Rodgers quickly asserted himself as a top-tier quarterback, leading the Packers to a Super Bowl title in 2010 and earning multiple Pro Bowl selections. His ability to perform under pressure and his impressive stats, including leading the league in touchdown passes in 2016, solidified his status as an all-time great. However, his tenure was not without its controversies, particularly in 2022 when tensions between him and the front office became evident, culminating in his trade to the Jets ahead of the 2023 season. Now, we find ourselves in the Jordan Love era. Taking over as the starting quarterback in 2023, Love has led the team to the playoffs in his first 3 seasons, though his 1-3 playoff record raises questions about his ability to ascend to the elite tier of quarterbacks. His journey is still unfolding, and fans are left to wonder if he can navigate this critical juncture and step out of the shadow of his predecessors. As we look ahead, the Packers are at a crossroads. With the recent departure of Rodgers and the emergence of Love, the franchise must capitalize on its rich history while adapting to the present. The question on every fan's mind is whether Love can continue the legacy of greatness established by Starr, Favre, and Rodgers, or if the team will need to explore new avenues in the upcoming seasons. With Malik Willis serving as Love's backup and now seeking opportunities elsewhere, the dynamics of the quarterback position continue to evolve. The Packers must remain vigilant in their pursuit of excellence, and as fans, we must hold them accountable for their decisions. The legacy of the Packers is built on resilience, and as we reflect on the past, we must also look forward with cautious optimism. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the next chapter of this compelling narrative. The Green Bay Packers made a bold move last offseason, trading significant assets to acquire Micah Parsons, a player many believed could be a game-changer for the franchise. But now, as we dive deeper into the current state of the team, it's clear that the road ahead is fraught with uncertainty. Parsons, the standout talent from the Dallas Cowboys, is facing a challenging recovery after suffering a season-ending ACL injury late in the previous season. Fans, where are you watching from? Share in the comments, and let's hear your thoughts on this situation. As it stands, Packers insider Rob Demovsky has reported that Parsons is all but confirmed he will begin the season on the physically unable to perform PUP list. This revelation is particularly disheartening for a team that invested heavily in his potential. 5 months into his rehabilitation, Parsons revealed that he still has a daunting 4 months left to go. The strict 9-month recovery guideline is a stark reminder of the physical toll such injuries can take, especially considering he also underwent a meniscus procedure. This is not just a setback for Parsons. It's a significant blow for the Packers' defensive strategy. The franchise gave up 2 first-round picks and veteran Kenny Clark to secure Parsons, illustrating their commitment to building a formidable defense around him. Now, with his recovery timeline extending further, the team finds itself in a precarious position. The decision to rush him back onto the field just isn't an option, as risking aggravation of his injury could have long-lasting repercussions for both Parsons and the franchise. Even when Parsons eventually receives medical clearance, the expectation is that he will be brought back slowly. A strict snap count will likely be enforced to ensure he doesn't push himself too hard too soon. This cautious approach means that for the majority of this season, he may not be the full-time player the Packers envisioned. Historically, Players recovering from ACL injuries often struggle to regain their pre-injury form in their first year back. This situation is anything but ideal for head coach Matt LaFleur, who now faces increased pressure to maintain a competitive defense without a key player who is supposed to elevate the unit's performance. The onus now falls on new defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon, who must navigate this challenging landscape without Parsons for the foreseeable future. The depth and resilience of the Packers' defense will be put to the test, and fans are left wondering how the team will adapt. Will Gannon be able to orchestrate a defense that can withstand the absence of such a pivotal player? Or will the lack of Parsons expose vulnerabilities that opponents can exploit? As we reflect on the impact of Parsons' injury, it's clear that while the Packers made a strategic gamble with his acquisition, the consequences of that gamble are now coming to fruition. Fans are understandably anxious about the implications this injury has for the season ahead and how it will shape the team's identity. The Packers need to rally, and the upcoming games will be crucial in determining whether they can hold their ground while waiting for Parsons to make his return. With this context in mind, let's transition to the next segment and explore what other developments are unfolding in the world of the Green Bay Packers. In a move that has definitely stirred the pot among fans and analysts alike, the Green Bay Packers have locked in Christian Watson with a 4-year, $110.5 million extension. Now, for many, this decision has raised eyebrows, given Watson's injury history and inconsistent production on the field. But let's dig deeper into this contentious move. Watson, while undeniably talented, has had his fair share of struggles, missing a staggering 20 games over the last 4 seasons. Fans are right to question whether he can truly be the go-to wide receiver that the Packers envision him to be. But let's not overlook the fact that the deal only guarantees $31 million. In the grand scheme of things, this isn't an unreasonable risk. It shows that the front office, led by General Manager Brian Gutekunst, believes in Watson's potential to rise above past setbacks. This isn't just a standalone move for the Packers, either. According to insider reports, Gutekunst is also focusing on extending contracts for tight end Tucker Kraft and defensive tackle Devonte Wyatt. This is where the narrative gets even more interesting. Kraft, who was on the verge of breaking out as Jordan Love's most reliable target, suffered a season-ending ACL injury after just 9 games last year. His potential is clear, and locking him down before the start of camp could solidify the Packers' offensive future. On the defensive side, Wyatt, a former first-round pick, is also entering the final year of his rookie contract. He faced his own injury woes last season, playing only 10 games. Yet, even with those health concerns looming large, the Packers are showing a willingness to invest in their talent rather than shy away from potential injury risks. This strategy indicates a profound belief in their young core and a commitment to building a strong foundation for the future. Now, let's talk about the broader implications of these decisions. Signing Watson to a hefty extension, while simultaneously pursuing extensions for Kraft and Wyatt, speaks volumes about the Packers' strategy heading into the next few years. They are not simply looking for immediate returns. They're investing in a vision that could potentially revitalize the franchise. It's a balance of risk and reward that could pay dividends if these players can stay on the field and deliver. However, it's crucial to address the skepticism surrounding these contracts. Fans are right to voice their concerns. Will Watson truly step up to justify that contract? Can Kraft return to form post-injury? And can Wyatt become the anchor of the defensive line that the Packers desperately need? The answers to these questions will dictate the Packers' fortunes in the coming seasons. As we stand on the edge of the new season, the Packers are clearly betting on their young stars to emerge and elevate the team's performance. It's a bold move that could define the trajectory of the franchise under the new regime. So, where are you watching from, Packers fans? What are your thoughts on these contracts? Are you optimistic about Watson's future, or do you think the front office is taking unnecessary risks? Drop your opinions in the comments. And if you want to stay updated on all things Packers, be sure to subscribe for the latest news and insights. Your voice matters in this passionate community, and we want to hear it. As we wrap up this segment, it's essential to remember that every decision made in these off-seasons is a piece of a larger puzzle. The Green Bay Packers are clearly making strategic moves to secure their future, and it's up to us as fans to support them, critique them, and engage in the conversation as they navigate this critical time. Keep your eyes peeled because the next chapter is just beginning, and it could be one for the history books.